We're starting to see some red pop up on the screen, and the banks are going after stablecoins. Not in a good way either. We've also got a massive whale gobbling up, not BTC, but I'll share it with you. Stellar Xlm fans, some bad, but then, it turned into good news. Xrp ETFs, altcoins, shutdown updates, and
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
we're going live in 20 hours to start the coverage with the house, and we already got people in the chat. Overachievers, Christine's got a comment for us. We'll get to that a little bit later, but you know the deal. You, the viewer, matter most. Share your comments. Oh, gosh. I'm going to like doing comments today. I don't know how much I'm going to like doing the news. For real. How frustrating. It was like a total, buy the rumor, sell the news event from crypto. Zcash, down 19%. We're going to talk Zcash because look at this. Yeah, that's not looking... I mean, don't get me wrong. The run-up is good. It's still a lot of people up in the green, but come on, you don't want to see that much erode. Let's get to your comments. Anyone remember this guy? Yeah, ha, ha, ha. Well, we won't be seeing him in the next session, but I'm sure someone's going to be doing some drawings. The real comments... Bro Location Services saying, we back, baby. Dude, you jinxed us. You said that a bit too soon as the market sold the news. Christine told you was going to get her comment. Whoa, what an overachiever from the ladies here. Christine says, I see the carrot, but I feel like I'm going to get the stick. Yeah, I mean... I was expecting a buy the rumor, sell the news thing, but it was more like if we knew we were going to get the confirmation from the House. Just throwing it out there, this has been kind of a letdown sandwich, honestly, from the government. The government shutdown goes, poop, and prices really tank. The government shutdown opens up, and we get some pumperoni, and then we get some, oh man, we're losing the steam. And trust me, it's not over. It's far, far from over, but frustrating to say the least. We've also got Fire Hunter, nice name, dropping support on the channel. Thank you for the support. All right, I guess we got to do this and rip the old Band-Aid off. Bitcoin sitting at 113,162. ETH is 34.57. XRP's at 241. About BNB's under 1,000 at 962. Look at Sol clinging on to that 157. That is scary. Zcash, we'll talk about it more later. 8 at 56 cents. XLM fans, yeah, we're going to talk some action too. XLM fans sitting at what? 28.4 cents. Altcoin season, Bitcoin season, who gives a shit season? I mean, if you're in the red, it sucks. I mean, don't get me wrong, if Bitcoin's in the red 1% or 20% and we're only in the red 1%, yeah, that's freaking cool. But you get my point here. When everyone's losing, no one's really winning. Volume right now is sitting at $180 billion, so active. The House will be going at it starting noon tomorrow, and they said they could have a vote as early as 4 p.m. I got a feeling some people are going to drag their feet. For a House to win, you just need simple majority. So if 400 people show up, you need 201. If 100 people show up, you just need 51. Simple majority rules there. But the banks are saying the Genius Act means no yield for stablecoins. Why? They don't want to lose their money. The Genius Act should be interpreted as banning all products offering yield from stablecoins, according to feedback submitted to the Treasury by a collective of organizations representing bank interests in the United States. Here come the banks now to screw it all up for us. This is what they said. Implement the Genius Act's prohibition on the payment of interest or yield on payment stablecoins in a manner that is consistent with Congress's intent, such payments will be broadly prohibited whether paid directly by an issuer, blah, 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 blah. That's what they want. Here's why. This is what it says. Prohibition on yield. No permitted payment stablecoin issuer, form of payment stablecoin issuer, shall pay the holder of any payment of stablecoin form of interest or yield, cash tokens, blah, blah, blah. So the banks are trying to shut it down. Tom Lee's BitMine now owns 2.9% of all ETH in circulation. So yeah, you got some people doing the Sailor thing. You got people also doing the ETH thing. I really don't care about this story, to be honest with you. Zcash overtakes. So if you care about the story, it's linked in the description down below. But it's a nothing burger. It's another company Has a lot of ETH. See, I say BTC all the damn time. Has a lot of ETH. Cool. They want to buy more. Okay. Like, no plot twist. It's not like there's some car that, like, jumps off the rails and, like, some dude, like, jumps out in a parachute or something like that with an SMG and, like, goes on skis and starts spraying people. No, this isn't James Bond. It's just another treasury company. Zcash overtakes Stellar. What's next for XLM? Wait. I'm sorry. What? Because when I look at it right here, Stellar's market cap is higher than Zcash. Stellar's at 9.1 million and Zcash is at 7.8. And that's why I brought up the whole pumps and dumps thing. Look at this. Zcash made a massive run here. In fact, let's zoom into those candlestick aronis, boys and girls aronis, and take a look at that. Mind you, a couple weeks ago, we were sitting at what? Yeah, like 200 action. Now it made a nasty run. Look at the high on this candlestick right here, 735.98, and now sitting at 474 with a brutal candlestick being printed right there. Brutal. And again, you're seeing a lot of the profits eroding, and that's kind of scary stuff for a lot of people because a lot of people get into this stuff as it goes up, right? They FOMO. They don't want to miss out. So how things can change quickly. This was like a fresher article too. How crazy is that? Yeah, so they were all like celebrating it, and now there's nothing to celebrate. So XLM fans, the good news is that, well, guess what? You are back when it comes to market cap ranking against Zcash. But again, does it really matter? Because if we're all red and it's not juicy from the government shutdown, poop sandwich. XRP is witnessing its own self as well. In fact, even volume for XP, look at this, down 25% to $4.7 billion. That's a stark contrast from the overall market, which is what? Up 0.5%. So XRP, a bit of softness in volume, a bit of softness in price. Buy the rumor, sell the news, and it appears, though, that the ETF would or should be a go for XRP, the Canary Capital one, as I doubt the House is going to get stuff over to the president fast enough, because remember, that's the 13th, everyone. So right now, market softness all around. Banks are trying to shut down stablecoin yield. Yeah. The American Banking Association, or Bankers Association, is the one also that went after Ripple and their banking license. They basically wanted more information and say that companies like that have a little bit more risk, blah, blah, blah. Well, just throwing it out here. The bankers at every turn are trying to stop crypto. If you want to, I'm sorry. Elizabeth Warren gets money from who? I'm sorry, what was that? Oh, did someone say the bankers? Who the bankers? And there you have it, the bankers trying to shut us down again. And it's unfortunate because at every turn we've seen the bankers try their best to stop crypto. In fact, I know an anti-crypto person who's loved by the banks. That's Elizabeth Warren. Coincidence? I think not. And what we're noticing is people like Elizabeth Warren, we're still fighting to keep the government shut down because, see, she wants to try to save everyone at the expense of everyone. And that's something that we're going to talk about a little bit today, about leadership with Veterans Day. See, some people are capable of being the captain of the ship and know that sometimes you got to make the hard decisions of sealing the hatch. You got to lose a few to save the entire ship. A little Veterans Day parallel here for everyone. And the thing is, that's what hard leadership is about. It's about knowing that, yes, there probably are going to be some people that lose in this bill. That's freaking every bill out there. And I get it, you know. We don't want to give money to insurance companies. Trust me, we don't. We should give it to the people, right? So even like Billboard guy was doing really good with his presentation. My point in this is even to the last minute, there were people fighting it and they were grandstanding at the expense of a ship sinking. And that's very disturbing for me because that tells me that it's a lack of leadership to make the hard decisions, to do its best. That's what all of our lives come down to. Making the best decision we can that fits the best available decisions at that time. Do we want things to be perfect? Of course we do, but perfection never happens. And if you wait for perfection, you're going to be waiting your entire life. So continuous improvement is better than delayed perfection. How is that for an ending of a video? Guess what we get to say at the end of the video? Oh, and there's a sign behind me. Oh, and you're like, Klaus, I can't see it. Well, we say it. I just said we say it. Choo-choo what? Well, the sign says it behind me. Choo-choo all, not this hand. Choo-choo bitches.